Hello again, everybody, and welcome to a very special, not safe for work episode of Random Vlogging. Now, you guys may have noticed that there's a few things that seem slightly different about my mannerisms. The first things first being I'm not doing my crazy random vlogging thing, and my speech may sound a little bit different than what you guys are familiar with. That is because today you guys are seeing something that very few people in the world have ever seen, and that is me angry. I'm not talking about being upset or frustrated or anything like that. I'm talking about true unbridled rage. I'm a very even-tempered person. When I was younger, I had very little control over my anger, and I would explode randomly, normally around my family because I was too terrified to do it in public, which probably didn't help a whole lot. Around 5th grade, I started taking martial arts, and through study and discipline, that was how I learned to control my emotions and my anger, to the point now where it's very rare that I get truly angry. And the reason I explain this to you is so that you understand the depth of how serious this is to me. A little while back, I made a video where I talked about the idiocracy of Gamergate on both sides, because both sides are currently at fault right now. No! No, that can't be! No, no, no! You must be misinformed. You must not understand the situation. This side is horrible, disgusting, worthless people, and the other side are just trying to defend themselves, is what both sides are saying. And guess what, folks? In a weird, crazy way, they're both fucking right. Yes, I swore. I am that upset. I normally try to censor myself as much as I can on these things because I want to present a family-friendly type attitude. I'll swear every so often. I tend to swear a little bit more during my streams because it's live and I don't script it. But in general, I try to be adult and be professional about this. I'm done. I'm done. Because someone I care about has just become a casualty. Again, I'm not going to go into the specifics because they don't matter at this point. I'm just going to let you know that someone that I care about has been attacked by someone on the other side. And you know what the worst part about it is? The person that attacked them is a wonderful, incredible human being. And I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad, and to be perfectly honest, the person I care about is a wonderful, intelligent human being. And I'm not mad at them, even though they screwed up too. Both sides said things that probably shouldn't have been said. All right? That's how it works. And you want to know why? Because Gamergate is no longer about anything. You want to know what it's about now? It is about two groups of people trying to hurt each other. That's it. This is not about feminism. This is not about integrity in the journalism field, specifically about games. It is about hurting people. That's all it is anymore. You want to know how I know this? Because anyone that has an opinion on this topic is getting attacked. It's not just women that are getting attacked. They are. It's not just Gamergate people getting attacked. They are. Everybody is getting attacked. And they're doing it in a lot of different ways. Some people are getting doxxed. If you don't know what that means, it means that someone is releasing your personal information into a public place. So any crazy, fucked up nutwad can find you and do horrible things to you. That is disgusting and wrong. Also, the other side of the equation, people are getting dehumanized. They're being called insects. They're being called every name you could think of. They're trying to do everything they can, and this is on both sides, folks. They're trying to do everything they can to convince the world that the other side is not real, is not an actual human being worth listening to. They are just scum. And this is disgusting on both sides. I have my own opinions on it. I was going to reveal them today. I'm not going to anymore because it no longer matters. Everybody on both sides of this equation is wrong. End of story. Let's stop talking about this because all it is lies and falsehoods that are flung in everybody's direction, and the single little bit of truth on either side has been completely lost. I cannot fathom how people have gotten so obsessed with something so minor as to dehumanize people, call them horrible, disgusting names, do horrible, disgusting things to them, and then just go, well, that's because blah, blah. No, no, it ends tonight. It ends today. I recently saw a spoken word poem about being bullied. And I thought it was brilliant, to the point where I wanted to make my own. I'm not a poet. I write music every so often, and there's a poetic aspect to lyrics. But I'm not really all that great, so please forgive me. However, this kind of sums up something I've been seeing much, much longer than Gamergate has been going on, since I was 19 and made the decision to stop lying to everyone, including myself. So I'm going to read this, and you guys can react to it however you want. But I feel very strongly on this subject, and so this is my poem. The poem itself is called "The World is Run on Lies." The world is run on lies, I say to myself, as if, by saying it aloud, that someone would listen and understand my despair. But no one cares. The world is run on lies, I say to myself, as I watch people scream and curse and condemn without thinking or listening, just spewing forth hatred and falsehoods to justify their own personal demons, praying that if they mutilate enough innocence, their own doubts will die too. The world is run on lies, I say to myself, as she picks herself up, wipes the blood off her dress. I did it. It's my fault, she repeats, trying to explain away why the life she lives can't be unbearable, can't be unthinkable, because this is how life works. This is how love works. The world is run on lies, I say to myself, as I see in his eyes that he thinks who he really is wrong, is stupid, is pathetic, is perverse. So he tells himself, that's not who I am, and proceeds to convince himself that the lies he hears are truths, and the truth he knows is a lie. The world is run on lies, I say to myself, as I heave in disgust of the body of a fallen loved one. And then I say, it ends here. The world is run on lies, not because it has to be, not because of some ingrained psychological need for us to deceive everyone, including ourselves, in order to deal with what we perceive as an unjustified world where evil triumphs over good and the efforts of righteous people are ignored. The world is run on lies because we allow it to be. Every time we write it off as boys will be boys. It's the internet. She deserved it. He deserved it. They aren't human. We make that statement true when in all actuality, all of it is lies. So today, at least in my part of the world is run on truth, and lies have no place in it. Because I have decided I won't help the lies control the world. I have decided to not lie to my friends, to my family, to my acquaintances, my coworkers, my friends, my enemies, but most importantly, I have decided to not lie to myself. Because that is how the world is run on lies. Not the lies we tell everybody else, but the lies we tell ourselves. What about you? For those of you still watching that have not condemned me for being a horrible, disgusting, inhuman monster, thank you. I appreciate it. I had something really cool I wanted to show you guys today. I really did. I showed you my cosplay before. I got this in the mail today. This is my morpher. Another thing that since I was literally 5 years old, I have wanted to hold this. I always have. I have a power coin. I actually have two of them. But I have a Green Ranger power coin. This is another thing that as soon as I saw it on television, I wanted so badly to be able to own something like this. Because it was the most amazing, wonderful thing in the world to me. I'm not going to talk about that today. Because this is nuts, guys. We're all at fault. Every single person is at fault at this point. Anyone who has tried to demonize the other side of this equation, anyone who has tried to justify their own position by beating down somebody else, verbally, physically, mentally, emotionally, it needs to stop. Nothing good can come from either side of this. Because it's no longer about feminism. It's no longer about misogyny. It's no longer about ethics. It's no longer about money. It is about hurting people. And that's why it needs to stop. And you want to know the only way it's going to stop is if we stop it. Stop talking about it. Stop trying to convince people that our side is right and the other side is wrong. They're both wrong. Stop trying to convince ourselves that the extremist actions that stupid people on both sides of the equation are taking do not represent the movement as a whole. It just needs to stop. It's done. It's over with. All it's doing is damage. Everybody loses. Nobody wins. Congratulations. I'll see you guys next week.